Hi friends, welcome back to another video from TheSimSanctuary. Today's video is the No Walls Challenge. It was started by Lukey and has been done at the time of recording also by Simproved. And yeah, it's a really cool challenge. It's pretty self-explanatory. There's no walls and no half walls and also no fencing. There's actually more rules than that, I think. I'm actually not 100% sure. It's been a couple days since I've recorded this video, and I've done 3 voiceovers for it, but I have not been happy with any of them. But yeah, it was a fun challenge, to say the least. Basically, you can't use the main building block of house building, walls, and it seemed like it would be easier at first, and then I quickly realized that no it was not. It was not going to be easy, and it was very tedious, and yeah, but that being said, it was so much fun, and I definitely recommend you check out both Lukey's and Simproved builds if you haven't already. They both, are just amazing simmers, and I'm sure everybody watching this has already subscribed to them because they are amazing. But yeah, so I did this video. I wanted to make a traditional house or a more traditional home, but one thing I realized pretty quickly is that is tough to do with lack of walls. I'd say it's a decent mix between a little more modern and a little more traditional. I do end up using the traditional roof tie, or the roof tool, and it's not livable space, so I don't think it counts against me, but hopefully you can use roofs in the game or in this build. But yeah, from a distance it looks like a regular house, but then the closer you get, you can kind of start to see through the walls, and yeah, I think that's such a cool concept. It would be a terrible house to live in, though, this one at least. I think both the other No Walls builds so far have been either like couples retreat sort of thing, which is great, and also I think that could work really great as a actual place for your Sims to live. I don't think you would notice too big of a difference, especially if the couple was married, because I don't think married couples get embarrassed from using the bathroom, because that's the thing, since there's no walls, this is basically just one big room with a toilet and shower, so your Sims are going to get embarrassed if you have a family of them, which this is a family home. There's 2 bedrooms, and one for our parents and another one for a kid. But yeah, there's only 2 bathrooms in the build, one on the top floor and one on the bottom. So I think theoretically, if 2 Sims are on the first floor and there's a Sim on the second floor using the bathroom, I think they wouldn't get the embarrassed emotion. I'm not 100% sure though. But yeah, it's just I think it's a pretty cool looking house. And I think the concept is just so brilliant, and when I first saw the video that Lukey did, I was immediately coming up with ideas, and honestly the ideas I came up with in my head really kind of carried over here. I wanted to make a more traditional style home, have kind of an open floor plan, no doors. I really wish I could have found a way to separate the bathrooms, and I'm sure there's probably something I could have done. But yeah, it was just a lot of fun to do, and I used the fountain thing, the tool thing right there, to work as a window, or to look like windows from a distance, and I think it kind of gives the house a cool look. I keep saying cool, I'm not sure why. I just started randomly saying that out of the blue 3 days ago, and now I can't stop. I think I did it as a joke, and now I just keep saying it randomly. Unless maybe I've always just said it and now I know I'm saying it, so it makes it worse. I honestly don't know. But yeah, so this build took me quite some time. It's not the longest I've spent on a build, and probably not even the longest I spent on a build this past month, but it felt like so long just because it was very tedious having to place those room dividers from City Living down piece by piece, or yeah, I guess piece by piece. That works. And I actually was able to make a nice entrance area that leads into the living room that flows into the kitchen, and I think that is pretty cool. I like having entrance areas in my builds, but I feel like sometimes I don't have them, and I really wish some of my builds allowed for it, because like sometimes I just I build the house from the exterior in, and sometimes the exterior, when I'm building the exterior out, I don't even think about it, so like I don't have really space for an entrance area. But this build really allowed for it, so I was able to take advantage of that and have a pretty cool entrance area. Yeah, and then the kitchen, I'd say the kitchen feels a little industrial, a little less traditional, not quite modern, which is cool. This is a very tough house to furnish. That is probably the understatement of the century. This is so just weird. But yeah, and it was so much fun. Now, the first floor bathroom is a doozy, to say the least. I've never said that term either. What is going on with me these past couple days? I don't know. But it's kind of weird shaped. It's a long bathroom with like a lot of space for no reason. It's also very tough to hang things on the walls because, surprise, there isn't a wall in the build. And yeah, that was just kind of something I didn't really think about when I was doing this. Like, everything was possible. I was able to hang paintings and everything like that, but it was just like something that would have taken me like 2 seconds ended up taking me 10, and yeah, it was just driving me crazy. But I honestly would say if you want a real tough challenge, something that really kind of puts you to the test, this challenge is that. And yeah, I really can't wait to see more simmers do this challenge. I think the past couple weeks there have been a lot of challenges going on. Solid color challenge, which I will be posting a build of probably next week or this upcoming week, and yeah, more challenges. My brain just completely blanked out, but I'm just going to keep going forward because, yeah, that's what I should do, right? In terms of landscaping, there wasn't too big of a difference, though since I couldn't use fences, I had to use, like bushes to act as fences, which isn't too tough, I would say. I think with some of the fencing, it's even hard to notice that there's a difference. Like, some of the bushes and some of the fences look similar, like the flower bush kind of thin objects. I'm having trouble explaining it, but from a romantic garden pack that I use in the front exterior of the house. I think, those kind of look like fences to like fence off the porch. And yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. I'm really happy that I decided to try a traditional house. I think I could have easily just tried to do something I've tried before, but just do it without walls, which would have been a challenge within itself. But I think this challenge really lends itself to kind of stepping out of your comfort zone. And I think my comfort zone tends to be small, more modern houses, because I'm going to be completely honest with you. If you look at some of my roofs, they all look the same. They really do. And I'm working on changing that, and I think this house is a prime example. I think the roof looks better than most of my traditional builds, or most of my more traditional builds. So hopefully I won't be using half walls in all my builds soon. Though I'm thinking back to next week's lineup of videos, and there's going to be quite a few half walls. So I do apologize for that, but I promise you that they will look fairly decent. But yeah, also if you also struggle with roofs in The Sims 4, then I do recommend that you check out Falling in Shim. She did a video this past week, or a couple days ago, about roofing in The Sims and tips and tricks, and she mentioned something that I never even realized, and now that I know it, I really should have figured that out a lot sooner, because it just makes so much more sense. So I'm going to leave a link to her video in the description and in the top right corner of the screen in the info card, so you can definitely check out that video because it's really good. And yeah, Falling in Shim is a great channel, and I definitely recommend that if you haven't already, that you subscribe to her. And yeah, it's almost done. The video is almost done. I'm so thankful. This is my 4th voiceover, and I haven't said anything terrible. I haven't sounded like I was drunk. I promise I'm not drunk. And I also haven't had big gaps of silence, because that's happened before, and it'll happen again in the future. I know it. But I just, yeah, as the video is coming to an end and screenshots are almost here, I do want to say one last time that Lukey is a genius for coming up with this challenge. With so many creative people in The Sims, I really wish I could come up with like a super crazy challenge. The closest I've done is I did the 3K build, but I didn't really make it a challenge, and so, yeah, people tend to do it when they get bored, which is great, and I'm always happy to see people try a 3K simoleon build. But yeah, I just wish I was more creative to come up with something like this. But anyways, screenshots should be here finally. And yeah, it's just it's a really cool house. Took a lot of time, and it has a little library and a little yoga studio at the front where you're getting hit by water. I just thought about that. Jeez Louise. This place is gonna get flooded. Oh well. Anyways, just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, then please remember to subscribe for more videos like this. There are going to be plenty of challenge videos next week. Anyways, with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.